this, there is no turning back. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. Do you know what I'm talking about?
This is that YouthSpin show. This is that YouthSpin show. This is that YouthSpin show.
Good evening, radio listeners. Welcome to the 17th episode of YouthSpin, sponsored by the Department of Youth and Culture. Don't forget to hit us up on our Facebook, Instagram, and our YouTube channel, YouthSpin AAXA. And tonight, we have a Limelight episode featuring Denecia Niles. So before I go in, I have my co-host with me, Mufasa. I'll allow him to say a little something about himself.
Yeah, can't escape it. What's up, Radio Land? It's Mufasa. I gonna take it on. It's not a bad name.
We can work with it. We can work with it. So before we get into it, I guess we'll have a little dance break, and then I'll come back with our bio.
Can you hear me? Turn up my headphones.
Motherfuck you and all your sweet words. Hey beat man, put on my reverb. I can see straight through to you. You had me fooled, now I'm in the booth. Cockpit, headgear, got my wings.
The Jetty.
Who you gonna call? Nobody is there. I've been on the ground with my toes in the white sand, searching for a dream with a dime in my left hand. Call it what you want, as good as it may seem. But they don't give a damn if I ever get to first place. It ain't about them. This is music and me. 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 The story, the story, the story. This is music and me. This is music and me. This is music and me. The story.
And we're back in the Limelight with Denecia Niles. That song was a little intro of what she has to offer for us tonight. And before we go on, I'll read a short bio on Denecia. She studied sports, entertainment, and event management, concentrating on event sales and meeting planning at the Hospitality College of Johnson & Wales University in North Miami. On her journey to MMTS, Ms. Niles has enjoyed many experiences in the event entertainment industry, while working internships at arenas, volunteering at major events for BizBash, South Florida, and event planning in a nonprofit organization. Her innate passion for event management has ultimately led to her marketing and selling events for a wide range of clients, including venues and non-governmental organizations in Angola. Ms. Niles, it's wonderful to have you here tonight.
It's nice to be here.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure. That was a mouthful, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I was like, oh.
I mean, you something.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Yeah, man. BizBash. I seen that. That's a big magazine, man. What kind of
Yes.
events were you doing there? Just
BizBash
quickly.
South Florida. So while I was in university, we actually, as a class, an event production class, we had to attend some of the area events in South Florida. And BizBash magazine, they held an annual event there. And what we did as a class, we actually were volunteers. We basically delegated tasks as well to other volunteers that were like juniors under us. What we did too, we assisted a lot of the vendors because it's kind of like an expo. We assisted a lot of the vendors with their setups, their presentations. We had florists, we had entertainers, we had body paint artists, we had what do you call those guys that go out on the street and dance and in the
Street performers and
street performers, the ones the pantomimes,
yeah.
pantomimes. They had everything. So I mean, it was just one of those experiences that I was privileged enough to enjoy in school. So
Yeah, man.
So it was like a full-time job and going to school at the same time.
yeah, sort of like it. I mean, it's kind of like some of the other students actually took on internships with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way to do it. I mean,
Yes, I actually did my internship in the Bank Atlantic Center, which is an arena.
Okay.
So I've worked. I worked in the event sales department, ticket sales, group sales. So I sold tickets for the Florida Panthers hockey team, and also some event tickets for Disney on Ice. What else?
They got ice in Florida. That's my question. There's ice in Florida?
No, it's so weird because everybody they wondered why they had a hockey team,
Yeah.
but still, you know, I mean, it's sport. It's a national sport too, so you know, they monetize sports over there.
You know, some
It's a
people don't do
business.
the cold and hot thing. You know, they say that's what make you sick. You know.
I know, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was really just it was easy. I mean, I would watch them sometimes break down the ice and
Yeah.
change over for an event and do
You
all
ever
these
ice
different
skate?
things.
Can you ice skate?
I've done that like maybe twice before in my life.
When you say you ice skated, you mean you actually skated
No,
on the ice?
no,
or you
I
mean you
actually,
slid on
like-
your butt on the ice.
Yeah, slid on my butt. But I mean, like I actually like held on to the rails and just went around. Beginners.
Hey,
Yeah.
some people don't even have the courage to try. So
That's
you
true.
know, big up. You
Yeah.
know,
Thank you.
big up.
Have
big
you
up.
done it?
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right.
Well, I done it a few times. Let's just
Okay.
say that. You know.
But I can definitely count maybe 2 or 3 times. Yeah, 2 or 3 times.
Okay, cool. Well, if you work at an ice arena, I hope you're.
No, not while I was there.
Oh, yeah.
Not at
See?
all.
Whatever. You know,
No,
do your thing.
not at all. It was mainly the hockey team, and then a lot of the times while I was there, it had concerts. So we had like Jonas Brothers and Demi Lovato and Beyonce and Jay-Z. So
You
that
got to
sort of
see some
stuff.
big acts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was just chilling in that booth, like, yo, backstage.
Working actually.
Okay, working, but I know you enjoyed it. Don't play. In your bio, you stated that you have a passion for this event management as we're
Right,
speaking. Like,
correct.
Tell us more about that. I mean, what's your business like? What's going on with that? Like,
Okay, well, with a friend of mine, I started a company. Basically, it's event management and marketing. So that's what we provide, the services. And how we started out, really, we started with children's events. Like we used to do children's parties when I first returned from school, university. So that to me was really just, you know, the startup. And then I moved into weddings and other events.
okay.
Right now, it's going pretty good because what I've started to do also is have my own events as far as MMTS, which was mentioned in
We're going to talk about that
Yeah.
right next.
right. So MMTS.
I mean, if you want to go ahead into that.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
And
That sounds
tell
like
us
more
what
your
is
thing.
MMTS?
Yeah.
Well, I'll touch on MMTS in a little bit, but I'll also mention Charity Basketball Weekend, which I'm responsible for planning as well.
Okay.
But MMTS, what that is Music Model Talent Showcase of the Islands.
Okay.
And it's really an exclusive event where top agents journey to the Bahamas to scout talent in the region. So we're looking for models, actors, singers, songwriters, music producers, anybody with that sort of talent to participate in what we did. We held auditions in various Caribbean countries. And our audition in Anguilla was held on the 25th of October last year. And we had some very good talent out. Right now we have 8 persons that have committed to MMTS and that will be traveling to the Bahamas.
Okay, wait, hold on. Back up just a little bit for me. Explain your what is MMTS is a It
stands for Music Model Talent Showcase of the Islands.
Okay, I understand that, but that's like an overarching company, and you're like working as an agent for them.
Yes,
okay,
correct.
That's what I'm trying to figure
am
out.
the regional director for Anguilla, so every island has a regional director.
Okay,
so if you want to go to MMTS in the Bahamas, try out audition, you have to go through a regional director.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. So at this place, so when you get there, it's like you get to you put on a show. You actually do something
they
there?
will have a showcase there, but when you get there, it's just it's a week-long event. And like a conference, they will have seminars, workshops, more auditions again, castings, because delegates from different countries will be competing for top prizes, cash prizes, representation deals, contracts, all these different things.
Okay.
So it's just a great opportunity
That sounds like a real hustle.
Well, it is, but I mean, with talent, sometimes people are just drawn to talent. So even if you don't win a competition per se, there's still a real chance that you may get discovered.
Okay.
So I have a question. So does it come out of the artist's pocket, or does the Bahamas pay for it?
No, it actually does come out of the artist's pocket. Okay. And like with anything, I always say it's an investment in self.
That's true.
And it's really for those who can handle it, and if they are at that point in life where they want to take their career to the next level, I would encourage them to participate if they do have the funds and are able to, make the trip.
Yeah. I know music is all about finding your channels and getting your music out there like that.
Of course. Some artists actually spend millions before they can even break.
Yeah. Like I heard Beyonce had those incredible numbers, but I'm sure she spent a fair amount before she even dropped that to have those numbers.
Yeah, you mean in her career now, like sing songs or
that last album she did, where she just surprised her. That kind of changed the whole game too, because I mean, a lot of people have been doing that now. And
hey, independents have been doing that for a very long time.
Obviously,
but I know what you mean, like the big artists and the sign artists.
Most people think a lot of things coming top down, but that obviously that went bottom up. Like, I mean, Kendrick just released his album cover. Like, people even used to do that kind of stuff. That's a raw album cover too. I don't know if y'all seen it. It's hot.
Do you have it?
I don't have it on me right now. It's hot.
But those guys are, they're into their art and they're gonna do what they want to do anyway.
I suggest y'all go see it. It's like that's some new art, modern art,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that with being PC on. You got to see it though. It's got its own culture.
Okay, cool.
So you also do some. Oh wait. So before I go on, how does somebody contact you about MMTS?
I was referred to the managing director, and she's from the Bahamas. She actually got discovered. She was a model. She actually got discovered through a talent conference as such in the U.S. And seeing that, she was from the Caribbean and she saw talent there as well that didn't really get a chance to go beyond the market in the Caribbean.
You see that all the time, though. Yeah.
Right, exactly. She wanted to bring an event after she spent so many years in modeling, back and forth traveling, making her life off of this. Basically, she brought the event to the Caribbean. So she reached out to me And you know, I had to be sure it was something I wanted to get on board with.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes you tend to want to run away from stuff, but
Yeah.
you know, I just said, hey, maybe this is what it is, and I took the opportunity. So that's where I am today.
Yeah, man.
Working with them for the first time. This is the first event as well for MMTS, the first one. So it's supposed to be an annual event.
Okay.
And hopefully with all the talent that we have, the budding talent in Angola, I'll get more people to participate next year and the year after that.
So it's open to any age?
It's open to ages 5 to 65, and this is male and female.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so interested in this.
Plus size as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because
for
I
the
mean,
modeling
it's,
part.
yes, because there's also commercial modeling. So if you're a singer or a singer, a producer, or an actor, you're also required to do commercial modeling.
Yeah.
Where you know you might get an endorsement deal with Nike or another brand, and you might have to model their product. So modeling is really just what it's the foundation as well. So yeah, I think
Okay.
that's where it is.
Oh man.
Had a
So
question?
what's your the response from the industry side, the other side, the agents coming in and stuff like that? Are they?
Wow.
Yeah,
They're
that's
excited. I mean, right now I can't like show you how excited I am, but they're really excited. Like the agents, they're trying to, like they're overbooked basically for agents, and we have the top agents from New York, we have Chicago, Atlanta, LA, Paris, Milan, London.
Jeez.
You know, so it's
This is for everybody.
yeah,
Like that.
yeah.
I like
I can't
that.
say who's gonna be there.
No, I
but-
understand. I understand
yeah.
that. I just wanted to know. I mean, because the Caribbean is a big talent pool, has a huge talent pool that's
Very
not
much
being
so.
taken advantage of. You see a lot of major artists, a lot of songwriters come from the Caribbean,
True.
but they all have to go abroad to do their thing, and
Yeah.
you know. So I definitely think this project is like key for Caribbean success in the future. You know.
Yeah.
I like that. It's big.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
huge.
We have talent right here in this very room
Telling
in
you.
Kenville.
She's trying to recruit my DJ already. Hey, DJ, watch yourself, man. So you're also a songwriter.
Yes, correct.
I think I heard you wrote Natalie's song.
Natalie, perfect.
Perfect,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That was-
That's
that-
also on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also on SoundCloud. That's true.
Yes.
We might have that for later.
Okay.
So because that's a hot track. Those lyrics are hot lyrics. I feel that. I
Thank
felt
you.
that.
It
That
was
hot.
actually written like what, 10, 15 minutes?
No, don't
like
embarrass
that.
people. Come on.
No,
Stop.
for real. I mean, like, some, I don't know if you know, like, in the mind of a songwriter, people that write songs, like, you do get writer's block, and you do
Oh
get,
yeah.
all these different things.
Yeah,
and
man.
it's definitely, how do I put this? It's, over time, you learn to, get rid of the writer's block,
Yeah.
or, like, write songs quicker, or whatever
Yeah.
the case is. But it also depends on the mood, or, the beat, if you're vibing it, whatever the case is, sometimes you write with a beat, without a beat, and it may work out better without a beat too, or with the beat. So it's really just, you never know. You never
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
But if
man.
it's time for me to perform and say, okay, write a song, I definitely have to get in a zone and, set up myself to do what I have to. Like, I have certain rituals, I would call them. Like, I have to write. Sometimes I have to write in the dark.
Okay. Wait, can you see the paper? Like,
No,
what's
I use
dark?
a pad. Like, I have
Oh,
a tablet. Like, I
okay,
like,
okay.
that's my favorite thing to write on, a tablet. Sometimes I write in, on odd things, like maybe in the back of I like crossword puzzles. So I have crossword puzzle book, and sometimes I might write in the
Okay.
crossword puzzle book or whatever.
Anything.
Yeah, just
Just
if I get,
writing.
a little inspiration or an idea.
Yeah. So you be the one graffitiing on everything. I see you.
No, not really graffiti.
You writing.
Doodling.
But you just tell me you writing, but you graffitiing.
Yeah,
you graffiti. That's
doodling.
graffiti, you know.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
just
so.
gonna
It's
say-
art. It's art. All art. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
so it's
cool.
all art. So what inspires those lyrics?
perfect, or you mean?
In general, probably, but you
Lyrics.
can talk about perfect.
Okay, well, I mean, songwriting. I mean, I've observing relationships around me. Not, necessarily love relationships. It could be friends. It could be family. Observing, what's happening. I have some songs for change, you could call them.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what it is, what topic I'm really into at a point in time. I feel, if I could get carried away by one train of thought,
Yeah.
maybe I might want to switch it up. So the inspiration really comes from everything. Perfect in general, no. I mean, in particular, was really just off of pure adrenaline and the mood and the vibe.
Yeah, I
of
want
the
to know what kind of
beat.
zone you're in. Yeah.
So I mean, it was really, hearing the beat and saying, yeah, this here is on some other tip, the love, and I mean, it's actually 2 minutes to the song. It can mean, you're in a relationship and you want your significant other to tell you that you're perfect. Ladies, in this case, Natalie singing it. But, when I actually sat down and wrote it, it was like, somebody really talking to themselves.
Yeah.
Really building up confidence in themselves, and saying, hey, maybe, sometimes we have that self-doubt. And so it was just a conversation with self saying, tell me that I'm perfect. Tell me that I'm worth it,
Yeah.
Sometimes you beat yourself up for nothing, or whatever the reason. But, yeah.
I like that.
So, I mean, it was important for me to actually, say that so that people can see that, hey, it's not just all about love and relationship, but it's also about, you believing in yourself. And,
Yeah, man, positive vibration.
Yeah,
like
getting to that.
Yeah.
To that point of loving yourself.
Yeah, man. I really like that. I really like that. I think that's just the way to go.
Yeah,
Like
for
positive
sure.
music like that. Even with a different style, like that might not necessarily sound like what you would think as that kind of because let's talk about like reggae and stuff in the Caribbean,
Oh yeah, I started in reggae, man.
and people would feel like positive vibration, But I know you have a different style, so given that you have this style, is it hard to convey messages in Anguillan culture in the Caribbean? That you have like a pop kind of or a rock and roll or however you want to describe yourself. I don't know exactly how you would describe yourself, but
Oh wow, yeah.
how do you feel about that? How do you feel about?
But to
Does it
tell
mean-
you the truth, I've written reggae before. I've written,
Yeah.
I mean, with like a little R&B flair. I've done some gospel,
Okay.
some what else? Soca.
So you do a little
I've
bit of
dabbled,
everything.
yeah.
Okay.
Done a country.
Are you writing these for people, or are you just writing them to
Just
just
writing,
test, see what's going on?
Well, just feeling inspired,
Yeah.
So,
So which one do you prefer then?
I've done pop as well. I like pop.
You
I
like
love
pop.
pop. I love R&B and hip hop. So
Do you have a
those
formula?
are my favorite. You mean
Like
when
just-
I'm writing?
yeah, do you
like
just-
do I match the rhythm, the rhymes?
Yeah,
the
you know
lines?
what I mean?
No, not really. Not really.
You just write it out and then fit it.
Just write and fit. And for me, it's just art. Like it is art, and I feel like whatever way I feel like expressing myself on that given day,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I don't think that there's one right way or wrong way to do it. Like everybody has to find that what suits them. I mean, one day I might write a song and it's just like a lot of repetition. The next day I might write a song and I want to get the point across and I'm not going to repeat anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know, another day I might write a song, it doesn't really have a hook.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's really not one right way to do it. I don't think. At least I don't think so.
I think I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you 100%.
I mean, if you look at a lot of the songs too, it's like, you know, and these are songs that we're vibing to right now. Like, you know, they're on a world stage and some people just don't have hooks. Some people don't have...
It's true.
It's just a bunch of...
lyrics.
You know, maybe just chants. And making the songs like a lot of the pop.
Yeah.
You know?
It's true.
So, again, it's not any one way to do it.
It's true.
Yeah. I find like people are now paying more attention to the lyrics too. Like
yeah. People
nowadays, like they are.
Yeah.
Before, you know, I probably was just attracted to. Well, I've always liked the lyrics, but you know, some days I'm more attracted to beats. I remember back in the days, it was like, yeah, just attracting. The beats really just drew me to the
rhythm
song,
and that,
you know, and then only now, like today, in retrospect, now it's like, oh my gosh, like that song was saying this, that song was saying that, like I can't believe it.
Yeah. I did that last night, actually.
Like, yeah, I'm listening to this song all the time and I never knew that these were the lyrics. So, but I think now it's more, you know, more so because I do songwrite. I do write songs. I do, I don't make beats. Mm-hmm. But I could tell you what I want to be. Tell you what I want to be to a song. Like, I could tell you, oh no, like, yeah, that's
you wake up in the middle of the night with melodies in your head, like, I need to get this out. I feel this.
Yeah, sometimes.
Maybe
Maybe not in the middle of the night. But, I mean, I know I do spend a considerable amount of time up in the middle of the night. So,
the music.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, studio hours and everything, too. You could count those.
It seems like, I know a lot of people with music, it seems like the middle of the night is the best time to do music.
Yeah, I told you, like, sometimes you just gotta get in that, you know, dark hour.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the quiet hour.
When people ain't bothering you, you could really just be focused on your thing. And
exactly so.
Yeah, just feel the feelings.
Yeah. Do you write songs?
I write poetry, I write all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? I know what you're saying. I definitely know what you're saying.
Yep.
I think we gotta take a quick little commercial break. Let me play. You got Perfect, Q? We gonna play Perfect. Now you Perfect, and I'll come back.
Okay. Not a problem.
What if you and I could fly away into the sky? I'll tell you things to make you smile. I knew you most, you were a child. We made mistakes, it was for the better. I told you things I told no other. If this love can't keep us together, then tell me all I wanna hear. Tell me that I'm perfect. Tell me that I'm perfect. Tell me that I'm worth it. Tell me that you love me. Love me when I'm nothing. I can keep a secret. Baby, tell me something. Tell me that I'm worth it, worth it. Tell me that I'm worth it. Tell me all or nothing, nothing. All or nothing. Tell me something, something. Tell me that I'm perfect. Tell me that I'm perfect. I cooked for you, candles lit, dark subdued. My dress is shit. Before you go, let's make the most of it. Do everything before you hit. We made mistakes, it was for the better. I let you do things they could never. If this love can't keep us together, then tell me all I wanna hear. Tell me that I'm perfect. Tell me that I'm perfect. Tell me that I'm worth worth it. Tell me that you love me when I'm nothing. I can keep a secret, baby, tell me something. Tell me that I'm worth it, worth it. Tell me that I'm worth it. Tell me all or nothing, nothing. Tell me something, something. Tell me that I'm perfect. People know that love is an illusion. Still don't keep them from falling for the chase. Why you watch me, watching indecision? Cut me deeper than my first. Nigga on the porch, cussing on the lawn. Oh, I can't believe this, I'm jealous.
Welcome back. We just gotta say that YouthSpin is sponsored by Department of Youth and Culture. Department of Youth and Culture just launched the Get Set program last night. Radio Rebel and Mufasa were there last night. We attended. It was cool. It was nice.
It was really good.
Mr. Roach was there. He's a cool cat from Dominica. Good vibes in that program. And if you're a young entrepreneur looking to do something, go into DYC and ask and try to find out what you have to do to get in that program, because there's a lot of money available at low interest rates. You know, it's a good opportunity. Moving forward and talking about a young entrepreneur, tell me about Black Jetty.
Okay. Well, Black
Miss
Jetty
Denecia
is Black Jetty is an independent music project.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, independent means self-funded, self-guided, no rules.
Okay. So
It's not a major label or anything like that. Major labels usually come with a price tag as well. So of course you can't afford that right now. It's just a group of people just working hard at art, music, rapping, singing, songwriting.
So you're a creative
We
director,
produce- Right. Yes. Correct.
and what is your job functions then?
Well, I am the songwriter of the project. Let's get that
Okay.
out of the way. The songwriter of the project, and with my team, which is the Black Notes, really, they are beat producers. And, honestly, beat producers can't survive without a songwriter, and songwriters can't survive without
Exactly.
beat makers. So, we decided to just, combine
I think you're
our
missing
efforts. What?
one piece.
What?
The videographer. That's just as important these days. If you can't put
The
video,
videographer, yes,
can't do it.
correct. That's
can't
true.
do it.
That's true.
true.
But I mean, like, it's a relationship that must exist
Mm-hmm.
in industry, and I mean, doesn't matter if you're the artist yourself or not. As long as you can make a song,
Yeah.
because it wouldn't be a song without the two parts.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's important. The independent music project, no, I've actually been working with them for 5 years.
Okay.
We've been together, and like Natalie, I mean, we have other artists on the project as well, and they reside in different places. But Natalie, she is our newest, really.
Okay.
We started working with her like 2 years ago.
Okay.
So really and truly, it's just
How many total do you have?
network, okay. It's about 5. Yeah.
Okay.
About 5 artists.
Yeah, man.
So I just want to know about the name. How did that name come about?
Yeah.
Black Jetty.
Wow. Okay, Black Jetty. We were into like a lot of the aerial stuff and directional, and even our logo, like if you check it out, you've seen it before. We have like compasses and everything in there. So it's really about, flight, and what Jetty is like a landing stage. So what we saw it as was like, the introduction of artists,
Mm-hmm.
on a platform.
I thought it was the Black Jetty for the Black Star Liner. You know what I mean?
No. No.
I was going deep with it, you check.
No, and black because black is cool, and then the black came from the black notes, so it was just
No, I
combining
buy
forces.
that. Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, that's what it was. I mean, we have like a lot of the compasses in there, which stands for directional. We're going somewhere. If you hadn't noticed, yeah, just had to bring that out.
Where are you going? What are your upcoming projects? That's
Where are we going? I mean, you want to go to the top, right? But right now, because we are independent and everything is self-funded, it's kind of difficult sometimes to get stuff done. But we're still pushing. It's a matter of just cataloging stuff. Because you have to have work.
Yeah.
You have to have work. I mean, I have an EP. Everybody really has an EP. One of our artists has a mixtape. He does reggae, like reggae fusion.
Okay.
Natalie has an EP. So, I mean, EPs are really the way to go. It's really where, in place of a demo.
Yeah.
If you want to take it a step up.
Yeah.
Get an EP and you can add whatever to it.
Do you think that independent thing is gonna be the next? Is that what you guys are
I
hoping
think
on?
Independents have been in the game for a long time. They've actually taken over.
That's what I'm saying.
They've taken over, and I mean a lot of the bigger record labels honestly rely on independents.
Do y'all think you'll be successful because of that? Is that what you're looking at? Or are you just looking at just doing it to do it?
Not sure. Sometimes what it is here in Anguilla is that you want to do things, you want to express yourself. This is the only way you know how. And so you learn to survive. You get yourself in the booth. You get yourself, songwriting, hook up with somebody, and you do stuff. And I mean, if it turns out to be something greater, then, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what it started out as. It's just adrenaline and everybody wanting to do. Like I said, I can't run away from it. Like, it's on my mind. So it's a part of me right now. No matter how much I try,
I could vibe that. I mean, I think
you feel me?
It's some kind of destiny that you're on, and like to me, I think things you like. I'm not supposed to talk that much, you know what I mean? But to me, in my life, I've always tried to stray away from certain things, and it always come back to it.
Right.
Let's just say, keep it simple. I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. And I do the opposite, but it always pushes me back to the same thing.
Yeah. But I mean, even like coming through school and everything, because I studied entertainment management and learning the business side of stuff. And, sometimes you just don't, you may feel like the limelight is really not for you, even though this is the name of the program, right? But you may feel as though like you don't want to be the singer, you don't want to be the star, you don't want to be, on stage, because that life may not be for you right now.
Yeah.
You don't ever want to be chased by the paparazzi, whatever the case is. But, having studied, the entertainment management, it put me on to artist development and managing talent, that sort of stuff. And I find that to be like so awesome, like, and so I consider myself in the business of like developing talent.
Yeah.
And like I said, MMTS came to me after all of this, like after I finished school and came back here and was sitting down, working on other things too. But like, and I said, maybe this is what it is, and I cannot like see Anguillan talent and say, hey, you're not doing anything, like, keep doing what you're doing, like you're not doing anything, but keep doing nothing, like do something, do something. So I encourage people, like I've said before, like numerous times before, we have a lot of talent here in Anguilla, and some of our young people, they're judged too soon, too quickly, and they're boxed in, but they want to do something. They can be actors, they can be
I believe so. Comedians, there's a lot of
comedian, right? Exactly. They can be comedians. They can make it in entertainment, and in entertainment, like studying entertainment, what I learned, that is the business. It is the business to be in. It's like the one that makes all the money. It's, because no matter how things are going, people still rely on entertainment to feel good. You want to feel good.
Mm-hmm.
So the music is a driver.
Yeah.
Even sports is a driver
Yeah.
for a lot of people. So yeah, most definitely. I think that there should be outlets for Anguillian talent to really shine and prosper
Mm-hmm.
in in the industry.
Well, actually, that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see the music industry in Anguilla evolving within the next 5 years and 10 years?
Ooh, tough question. I think it's going quite slowly. I really don't. I really haven't studied that as much. Or given much thought to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I see a lot of young Anguillians really doing things, being independent and going out there, getting in the studio, recording their songs, uploading it on SoundCloud, and going in the direction of just trying to market themselves as well.
Yeah.
Which is very important because you have to market what you have.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with that, when it comes to, let's just look at sales on that side. I'm not sure how that would pan out because there are a lot of free mediums that people rely on and put their music on. I don't think Anguillians really purchase CDs. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't think a lot of them really do go on iTunes and those different distribution centers or where you can actually buy iTunes, Amazon, Google Play. I don't think that they do. I think it's a part of the culture, where it may be the genre of music. Sometimes I know in my case, like, with the R&B and pop and whatever, it's really just would be a slow integration here. It's seeming to be like slow integration.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of those younger, school-aged children coming up and listening to more genres. They're into pop, they're into alternative rock, they're into even country. I've heard of late.
Everything, yeah.
Right, and of course hip hop and that's what's current right now. And I think they may help to push it along as far as where integration is concerned, where we're trying to get more genres in here. So I think that will happen. I think it's gonna be good. I think too, also on the side of copyrights and intellectual property, that needs to be addressed here for us, like in Anguilla, in order for any music industry to survive. You know what I mean? So I don't know where we stand on that here in Anguilla, but as long as we can get that going, those processes going, I think we should be looking at, like, in 5 to 10 years, something that we can be proud of and say, hey, this is, art music. We have a thriving music industry in here where our artists are protected, their properties, their intellectual properties protected. We can sell and distribute for them, that sort of thing. So, but I don't know, only time can tell.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You bring some interesting questions to my head, but I'm gonna have to ask you after.
No problem.
That's more along a different line, you know what I mean? Well, I keep along with the future. I mean, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Are you gonna stick with MMTS?
I think so, yeah. I think what we started to create really is a network of, I love networks, right? So a network of really dedicated directors and regional directors who they too have experience in the industry, whether it's modeling, whether they're a mother agent or they have a modeling agency or they're a photographer or they're experienced in the music industry, and so I feel at home in a sense, working with these people, being in the same, portal as them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I mean, having the actual the managing director come to Anguilla and see, she's from the Bahamas, but she's never been to Anguilla, and just having her travel to this island,
Yeah.
for the first time,
Yeah, man.
for
She sees
something like
something.
this, it's just obviously that, there's something here where it could have been just like, oh, well, Anguilla's over there, but I'm not gonna go. There's nobody there that's willing to take up this opportunity, so let's just pass Anguilla by, it could have been like that, where we would have never known about MMTS. So, I mean, you have to say, sometimes thank God for certain things, that come your way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You never know which opportunity is gonna be the best.
That's true. So, like, what advice do you have for upcoming musicians or event planners, people who want to get themselves out there? What advice do you have for them to succeed in a sense?
You have to work hard. I don't think things are just gonna come and walk up to you.
Yes.
You have to work hard.
Yeah.
That's it. Just work hard.
That's
Just go
it.
hard. That's
Just go
all.
hard.
That's all I can say right now. Just work hard. For real.
You sound-
Again, stay focused. Like, I don't want to be too long-winded on this because there's a lot of things I could say, but stay focused. But what popped out in my mind when you asked that question was work hard, because I think hard work pays off in the end.
Yeah, man, you gotta reap what you sow.
Yep.
So let's kind of wrap up a little interview here. I think you gave us some real great information tonight, and I think young people could really advance from what you have said. You said, at least pique some interest, especially the MMTS thing.
Sure, yeah.
That's some good stuff. I know a few groups out there that should be looking into that, like MJ and his group.
Right.
They have a lot
yes.
of energy. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
I try to, as much as possible, those persons that were, for auditions, like those persons that I knew were doing things, like, whether they were singing or just starting to rapping, whatever
Yeah.
the case is, to contact them,
Yeah.
and tell them, hey, this is happening. Whether they felt they were ready or not. Because sometimes it's just a matter of that they
Yeah.
don't feel ready, that they don't come out to participate. And so that's okay. You have next year, you have the year after that
Yeah.
to participate or get yourself together.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
they should consider it.
Definitely. I know him. I will talk to him. For sure. So wrapping up. Quick fire these questions at you. What's your favorite song currently?
Wow.
What's on your deck right now? What do you listen to when you came, or were you listening to radio?
You know what? Honestly, when I came here, because I got so sick of like the new music. Sometimes you get sick of the new music that's on radio, so
Yeah.
you want to switch back a bit. So I was listening to a bit of like old school Trey songs when he used to be on mixtapes. So that's
Okay.
what I was pounding like when I got here. I listened to old school Trey songs. Who else? Like some DJ Clue mixes, that sort
Okay.
of thing, just to get my mind off of like what's currently playing, because radios have like a tendency to do that to you, just program the music in your head, so you only know 5 or 4 songs,
Yeah.
and they just repeat it all through the day.
I can't handle the loop.
So yeah, so I mean that's what I was listening to, but I can start with some of my favorite artists, like who I'm listening to right now.
Yeah.
Tenacious, Weekend, The Weeknd.
Yeah. Nice.
Some Drake, of course.
New stuff just dropped, of course.
But I don't have a favorite song right now.
Okay.
That's a good question,
That's
because
alright.
I'm gonna think of
Think of a favorite song.
yeah. Right
Any
now.
shout outs then?
I just want to say shout out to my team. They've been working so hard behind the scenes. I mean, it's 5 of us on the ground, and it's like a million of us out there. So gotta say shout out to them.
Awesome.
Got
Nice.
some people that have been helping us. They a little older and some younger, and so yeah, I think It's always great to say thanks to them.
Nice.
Yeah. My parents, yeah.
Okay.
Them too.
Don't let me cut you off. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's no problem.
I was gonna say another really important question actually before we wrap everything up completely is where can we find your music?
You can find my music on www.theblackjetty.com. So that's the black BLACK Jetty JETTY.com.
Okay.
And when you get there, you can just go on my artist page. Then that's my stage name. So you can go on my artist page and find my songs, and then you'll also see the artist page of the other artists on there featured.
Alright. Cool. You heard it. Find it then. Theblackjetty.com.
Yeah, you have links to SoundCloud and Amazon, Google Play, CD Baby.
Everyone is on SoundCloud now.
Yes.
I wanna.
SoundCloud is awesome.
It is.
Yes.
A lot of people on SoundCloud.
And you know what? To tell you the truth, I just thought of it. Ty Dolla $ign. He has one of my favorite songs right now, Stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feel it. I'll have to look that up when I go home. She dropped something.
I just thought of like the song that I listen to like the most right now is Ty Dolla $ign Stand. It's Victoria Monet, Made in China.
Okay.
And then also Kalela featuring Tink. So
There you have it. Find you some new music, people.
that's new music. Those are the artists that you have to watch, because remember, some artists at the top, they're not gonna be there the whole entire
Let
time.
me tell you something. I've been calling Kendrick from 2009. I knew Kendrick when he was in LA.
You see what I'm saying? So you see,
I
so
told people.
yeah, so I mean, it's just a matter of the industry replenishing itself, and so
Yeah,
these
man.
artists are getting ready to launch out and
Yeah.
get there, and I mean, they're gonna get there because
Definitely.
music is more accessible now. People are really vibing to different songs. You can't tell somebody about their style these
No,
days.
no.
Not at all.
It's
I mean, not
easy
even.
to figure out what their style is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not even style of like the music, but you can't even tell people about the style of like their dress. like,
Yeah.
how they're dressing.
Mismatch this and that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man. We all mix up in this world now. for
yeah,
sure.
so I mean, just do some research. Just roam on SoundCloud. SoundCloud.
But start at the Black Jetty
Right.
on SoundCloud.
Exactly.
Start at Black Jetty and then Rome.
Right.
Hey, all right. No, I have a couple more minutes.
Okay.
I just have this Urban Dictionary segment I do sometimes, right? But
Okay.
I found this great term on Urban Dictionary this week, and I think it's very parallel to what you were saying about hard work. It's parallel to a lot of things going on in Anguilla right now, and what's a voluntease? Can you tell me what's a voluntease, Rebel?
Well, according to the Urban Dictionary, a volunteer is a well-intentioned person who repeatedly agrees to do some type of charity work, but ultimately does not follow through with the commitment, often with an excuse at the last moment. Wow. A volunteer.
Okay.
And that's VOLUNTEASE.
So it's volunteer and a tease.
Yes.
Same time?
Don't be
Okay.
teasing me.
Volunteer.
Why is this important right now? That's my question. Why do you think this is important?
Well, I would say because when you commit to something and you commit wholeheartedly and you have like this huge position, you don't let others down just like that. You have to stick with it, because when you let them down, what are you telling to the others who are watching you, who are patterning your behavior? What do you tell them? It's okay to just pick up and drop and leave everything else where it is.
But it said charitable.
Charitable,
Like
well,
something
in that
charity.
case.
Yeah.
but yeah, if you're committing to doing something, to anything, to me, it's like a charity work. If you're saying you're gonna help, I'm gonna help out Mufasa do this work, I'm gonna consider it my charity project. But if I just bail out on him the last minute with no like logical excuse, it's
Right.
pointless. I was just
It's
being
it's
mean.
not even about Mufasa. I could get real deep with this one. I could get real deep with it. But
Let's
I would
hear it. I
would
wanna
simply
hear
say your word is the only thing you have in life. It don't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter what cars you drive, what friends you have. It doesn't matter. Your word is what matters. Because in the end of it, if people can't trust you and they can't work with you, you're going to be left alone. And we're people and we need our community.
True.
I know you're big on community.
Oh, yeah.
I know Dan is very big on community. I mean, she talked about networks all night. Huge on community. I know Rebel's big on community. She is active in her and a lot of different communities, actually.
Right.
A lot of different groups play in as well as I. But
It's so important.
yeah. And it's not even, and when we say voluntease, it could be like work tease too, because some people just be skipping out on work. I think that's something we gotta address. Work hard. Don't skip out on work. We want to get things done. You come. Your word is your only. That's all that matters to me. That's all I gotta say.
Oh,
What we got to play out? Anything? All right, my DJ, hit me.
I got a blank check, my feet been moving all night, I feel like Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa. I feel like Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa, Mansa
Out
Musa.
with the old and with the new. I can kick it all, son. How about you? Just hanging on at me and my crew. We party hard and that's the truth. Fresh paint on the wheels. Everybody knows just how I feel. Top down with the big sound. Gotta be ready to put the beat down. Loving this new record on repeat now. Chilling in Miami by the heat lounge. Saying hi to Bond. I've been repping your game since early
I
on.
got a blank check, my feet been moving all night, I feel like Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa. I feel like Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa. I got a blank check, my feet been moving all night, I feel like Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa. I feel like Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa. Remember them double O Reeboks, them two thick Nikes, dry bread butter on my dinner plate nightly. I used to rock to take gray rims like Spike Lee with my shirt untucked, was so unsightly. Now I'm in my Civic smiling. Happy is the day when you realize this. Feel it if you want it, then you watch it unfold. I got a rich man's mind in a poor man's world, and they don't understand. So color me the greenest green. And they don't understand. I must be in a lucid dream. The beat knock nice, now if I think twice, man, I love my life. A blank check, my feet been moving all night.